We have another tool that we're not going to demonstrate because it gets into the weeds a little bit, but it's a tool that is used by so many of solar installers called PV Watts. It was developed by the government, and basically this is a little bit of a representation here. You go to PV Watts and you can input things like the size of the array you think you're going to need, different parameters. They have baselines there, and you definitely start off with your own address. All that does is locate your house on the earth. That's latitude, longitude. So it knows what to expect from the sun angle. It's not going to focus on your roof necessarily. You're going to have to know a lot more about your roof and the shading around it in order to get the best information out of this, this particular tool. But it does have results that you can take a look at, take with a huge grain of salt, but at least gives you an idea of the size of an array and the amount of energy output that can be produced. You also need to put in the cost per kilowatt hour. There's a spot for that. As a matter of fact, you can see that right on retail electricity rate. And for us, you want to put in about 14 to 15 cents per kilowatt hour. And that's going to make the value show a little bit better. But it also shows, as far as solar radiation goes, how it drops off in the fall and winter months, and how it picks up and obviously peaks in July, June and July, May, June and July. Those are our highest months. That's just another great tool to give a try on your own to figure out what your production might be if you didn't have the shading that might be in your location. Okay, and the next slide. So just a little bit more information about how this is calculated or figured out at your physical location. If you talk to a solar installer, they're most likely going to be using the device that you see in the center of this page. And it is a way of reading or estimating what your solar radiance will be on that roof in particular at any given time of year. I believe, and I can't speak to it, but I believe they lay this on the roof at the angle that your roof is, and they take a picture and use a program that produces the picture on the left, which shows the sun angle in the sky at given times throughout the year. What you can see from this picture is obviously there's a surround of trees. I can't say how far away that is from that particular house, but obviously as the sun drops in the sky in the colder months, it starts to shade the panels that would be there. The panels are represented by that crosshatch, and gives you an idea of how much exposure there is for each of those panels in the year. And in this case, you can see the report on the top. It shows the azimuth reading, that is the angle this particular roof is facing, and the solar axis, which it shows here, is 80% for the annual usage, for the annual production, excuse me. So a very useful tool, and a solar installer is going to want to and must to produce this kind of a report in order to qualify your solar array or potential solar installation for any kind of rebating purpose.